Welcome to my video on show jumping exercises for small arenas. In this video, I'll be sharing a great exercise that you can use to practice your jump offs, mainly because you're in limited space. We'll also be working on related distances so you can perfect your accuracy and your horse's adjustability. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced show jumper, this exercise is sure to help improve your skills and take your riding to the next level. So let's get started. So as always, the setups aren't that complicated, mainly because we're only using 6 jumps. So let's start off with the related distance along the top long side of your arena. It's an oxer to a vertical and it rides through on 4 strides, so it measures the standard 20 paces for the 4 strides. Next, you set up this oxer at an angle like this. It's related on a curve to the vertical in the line you just set up. It rides through on 4 strides and it measures out at 20 paces for the 4 strides. Then you set up this vertical also at an angle, and it's related to the oxer in the first line you set up. This related distance also rides through on 4 strides, and you guessed it, it also measures 20 paces for the 4 strides. And the last 2 jumps are this oxer and vertical at angles like this. Make sure you can get these rides to them. And finally, you lay out these 2 canter poles 18 paces apart for the warm-up routine. And that's it, you're all set up and ready to go. Remember, there's a link to a JPEG of the course plan in the description below, which makes it much easier to set up off your phone. So the warm-up routine is not super complicated, but it's great practice for what's to come, related distances. So the distance between the canter poles is 4 strides. You start off just by cantering through the line, focusing on being as accurate and as smooth as possible. If adjustments need to be made, do them early. So if you have a strong ride to the first pole, shorten your stride early, and if you have a quiet ride to the first pole, lengthen your stride early. Don't leave the work to just in front of the second pole. Once you're doing this well, you can compress your horse's stride and go through the related distance on 5 strides, 1 extra. When you're comfortable doing this, your eyes should be in and your horse should be adjustable and ready to start jumping. So this is a really cool way to warm up. There are nice smooth turns and long run-ups to the jumps, so it's a relatively straightforward way to start jumping. You start off with the vertical and go to the oxer. And then you go the other way by starting off with the oxer and go to the vertical. Keep it really nice and small, and once you're doing it comfortably, you can move the jumps up to your normal jumping height. And now you should be ready to jump the whole track. Be sure to watch the pressure points chapter. There are a few things about this exercise that you need to know about to help you ride it well. Okay, so the turns to these two jumps are pretty sharp and you're coming off quite a short run up. So unless you ride these turns really well, there's a good chance you'll get a quiet ride or a relatively deep distance to these jumps, which would be okay if they weren't the entry to a related distance. But because they are, the quiet ride or deep distance will make the related distances ride a little long. So for the related distances on a curve, you can use your line to help you a bit. So by that I mean you can try go on a more direct line, which will make the distance between the two jumps a little shorter, and this will compensate for the quiet ride into the related distance, and it should ride fine. With the normal related distance, you'll just have to get your leg on as soon as you land and drive your horse forward to make up for the ground you lost due to the quiet ride into it. Well done, you made it to the end. So if you enjoyed this exercise or any other of my exercises, but you're not that confident setting it up and would like some help riding it, I do online coaching. So no matter where you are in the world, I can help you with the setup and coach you over the exercise or an exercise of your choice. So if you're keen to join the online coaching revolution, don't miss out. There's a limited amount of people I can coach. Just follow the online coaching link in the description below to find out more.